Good morning, friends. Good morning to everybody from the country of Fosse Albion. This cat is just chasing me. Macy! I decided to take some walk. Actually, the weather is not so bad. So I hope I will be fine till the next rain. The country of Fosse Albion. If you ask in Ukraine, what is the country of the Fosse Albion? Everyone would tell this is British Islands. I asked somebody here if they know such romantic nickname of their country, and they told not. Actually, we did not know about it. It's very interesting. If you is from Britain, write me please in the comment if you know about this nickname. As I know, it was given to British Island by Romans, by Julius Caesar, who came here, and the weather was so different from Italy. It was foggy and dark as now. So they called this northern edge of Europe the country of Foggy Albion. Actually, now the weather is not so bad. We came through the darkness period of the year, the Halloween week, and it was not so bad. Marian had a lot of fun to walk around with his friend. He was trick-or-treating. He visited local people and they give him a lot of candies, the full basket. We already 3 years here, and I am interested in different specific features of British people. One of them is that is the most noticed. British people don't like to take photos. As somebody probably know, my mom is portraitist, she's artist, she's doing the beautiful portraits of people, animals, kids. And she told me one day, do you know, Ira, local people, they do not like to make their portraits, and sometimes they even offended when I draw them. By the way, very nice field with birds. When I was tour guide in Ukraine, I also noticed these specific features. When I have British people, they very modest, very concentrate, they are very good listener. I can tell them different story and they listen very carefully. But very rare they take pictures, usually monuments and church, not themselves. When I have American tourists, I know that they are American because they take a lot of pictures. And for them, I show the most interesting things and they told, oh wow, this is so excited. They were doing photos and running to the next spots. I was interested why there is so much difference between these people who speak actually the same language. If you is from here, you can write your opinion in the comment. I try to find the answer in the history, and I found it's very fascinating. So I think this story needs to start from early 1500s. In early 1500s, English religion was Catholicism, the same as to many other European countries. The head of Catholic Church was Papa the Roman Pope. He possessed by many lands and monasteries through over the Europe. Of course, local rulers did not like this because why Pope had land in my country. One of these kings was Henry VIII. So he decided to break up with Catholicism and start a new religion, Protestantism. Idea of Protestant church was actually not bad. In Catholic Church, people like everything decorated, they spend a lot of money for decoration of churches. But when England turned to Protestant church, people started to spend more money for hospitals, for poor people, for schools. So actually idea was not bad. You know that in England it's very popular now volunteering when people work for free for charities, for libraries. I think such idea came from that time. But unfortunately, some people uh, take it very serious and very radical. There was one religious group that was against any images in churches, any music. They destroyed, they started to destroy all images and all beautiful glass painting in church. They called themselves Puritans. That means poor and simple religion. Modern British people would call it plain. Very popular word in Britain, plain, simple, without nothing. By the way, when I work as a career advisor in job center, I had a customer who came to me and told, I would like plain CV. I told it, what do you mean, plain? Without nothing? Yeah, without nothing, just plain CV. So I wrote his name, telephone, his address, and it was plain CV. So in that time, just one person in English society would have luxury life. And this person, of course, was King or Queen of England. You know that British people admired Elizabeth I, who had a lot of different dressing, and she in her time started many festivals over the England. But unfortunately, some kings were not so popular as Elizabeth I. And after Elizabeth, Charles I was one of the victims of Puritan's religion in his time. So Charles I, he like all the things that Puritan just hate. He liked theater. He play together with his wife in the theater in London. He surrounded himself with many foreign artists. One of them was Anthony van Dyck, a Netherlands artist. But the most that Puritan did not like in Charles I, his wife. His wife was Catholic. Henrietta Maria was French princess that married Charles I. She did not care about Protestant church. She did not care what Protestant church was thinking about her. She had luxury dressed, she visited Catholic mass, and actually she was happy with all of this. So this is how civil war started in England. In the time when it started, the old Anthony van Dyck died. Charles I had, of course, no time to find the new foreign artist. That is why he took to his court English portraitists, English artists, and these portraitists became the young man called William Dobson. So one day, William Dobson, together with King and all the court, moved to Oxford from London. And he became the first truly English portraitist. He got a studio in St. John College in Oxford. He portrayed there cavaliers, soldiers who came back from battle. He portrayed their king, of course, many like noble people, but he depict him not in typical Van Dyck manner, very elegant and thin. He depicted them as they are, realistically, with red and chubby face, very natural and very English. That is why he is considered as the first English truly portraitist. I decided to find the artworks of William Dobson. That is why I came to Ashmolean Museum in Oxford. Just look how gorgeous it is. This artwork should be somewhere in the portrait gallery. So here it is, the gorgeous work of the first English portraitist, William Dobson. 3 Royalists, 3 supporters of Charles I, who moved to Oxford together with him and fight for him. In Oxford, they had quite relaxing life after the battles. I think they were hunting here. You can see dogs there. They drink wine. But there are, just behind them is sky, very red and very dramatic. Probably foresees their destiny. The end of Civil War, as you know, was that King was executed. It was not only execution of King, but the thing is, there are a lot of young, clever, intelligent people died in the Civil War. Actually, the top of British society in that time. There were many musicians, artists, compositors who were considered themselves as royalists and they support king. Unfortunately, this great English portraitist died by himself, died in some years after his king. He died because he became very poor. He lost all his rich mecenate. In that time, in time of Oliver Cromwell, everything was forbidden. Like theater were forbidden, even singing in the churches was forbidden. It was very difficult time for artists, for actors. And William Dobson, the great British portraitist, died in the depth. And the irony of all the situation is that 10 years ago, one of his artwork was sold on the auction for more than £1 million. So this is how I see this British character. If you have any idea about this, write please your thought and opinion in description. I will be happy to discuss them with you. And warm wishes from the country of foggy Albion.